Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today is part of my What Month Is It challenge. I will have more on that in just a bit. DIY number 1. I got these mason jar covers from Amazon. I got 2 different sizes. So I am going to, originally I take 6 of each, but I do need 7. So I take 7 of each size, and I'm only going to use the ring. I'm not going to use the inside piece, if that makes sense. Once I get them all pulled out, I'm going to take this Decor metallic paint in the color Sapphire, which is the birthstone color for September. And I just painted the outside of all of the rings. Then I'm going to take just a small short piece of jute, and I'm going to string all of the smaller ones first, and so I'm gonna make a circle out of them. You'll see as I go along here. I'm not explaining it very well. So before I tie everything tight, I decide I'm making pumpkins here. Surprise, surprise, it's fall. So anyways, I'm taking a couple of pieces that I got out of some of those wooden model pieces from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use a round one and then a square one for the stem of the pumpkin. I wish Bree was here right now. She knows the word. Is it a peduncle? I think it's peduncle. I don't know. She loves saying it, I swear. That's why she makes her pumpkins. Love you, Bree. So anyway, I tie all 7 pieces together with that wooden piece in the center. As you can see, it fell over, but I fixed it. I just used a little bit of hot glue to kind of tack everything into place until I could get everything tied in. You'll see. So I decided I was going to leave all of this in so that you could see the struggle is real. It came out so cute. I love it so much in the end, but man, oh man, this was kind of a pain in my backside. So, as I said, I eventually get smart and start tacking it with the hot glue. And I promise I won't make you watch me make the second one. But this one, you might get some good information out of this. Maybe some ways not to do it.
No one else makes me feel this way. Don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand? Look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright.
Now, once everything is tied together and kind of hot glued into place, I'm just going to take some of these leaves that I got from the Dollar Tree. They were on one of those garlands, and I just cut the stems off, the pieces apart. You saw what I did. Anyway, I just hot glue them down, and then I'm just going to tack it to one of the rings, just so that they're not kind of sticking up in the air, if that makes sense. So I end up doing this on both, and again, I'm not going to make you watch me do both of these pumpkins, but I did want you to be able to see exactly what I did. So here I go, tacking it into place.
do anything as long as I can be here.
Now I'm going to take some of this wired jute, and I'm going to just wrap it around one of these skewers to make those little squiggly things, you know, that a lot of pumpkins have. And I end up leaving a space in the center so that I can twist it around. Ultimately, that doesn't work out so well, and I end up having to cut one side. Just so you know, when you're using that jute, the wired jute from the Dollar Tree, you might want to tack both ends with some hot glue, because mine started coming off the wire, which is why I had to kind of cut it off. So yeah, public service announcement right there. Now I'm going to take some of this boxwood that I have. I think I got this from either Amazon or Walmart, but I'm just taking a small little sprig of it, and I'm just going to hot glue that down. Does it go with this? I don't know. I don't know, but it was green and I needed to fill in some space. So there you go.
Give me love, give me all your love, give me all.
And then lastly, I have some of these berries that came off of one of those, the picks with like the blue leaves and the little pumpkin. There's some berries, all different color, not just blue. Anyway, the blue ones I used, and I'm just gonna hot glue that right in the center of this pumpkin.
Don't know.
And that's it for this one. How stinking cute did these come out? I love them. I even love the color. I wasn't sure about the color. I love the color. Let me know what you guys think. So as I said earlier, this is part of my What Month Is It? Hosted by yours truly. And this month's co-host is Ellie from DIY from House to Home, and Shawnee from Glitzy Stitches, and our guest host, our special guest host. I have to tell you, this girl is one of the first people I started watching on YouTube. I love everything she does. She's amazing. Annalee from Annalee Ashby just blows my mind. I'm so grateful to all three of you. I'm so grateful that you all said yes. And I will have all of their channels as well as the playlist linked in my description box down below. Go check them all out. Let them know I sent you. And make sure you check out the playlist. You're going to love it.
What you want.
DIY number 2. So I got this beautiful glass vase from Hobby Lobby on clearance. It was $2.19, I think. So I'm just going to take all of the stickers off and wash the outside and the inside. Once that's done, I'm going to take these gorgeous transfers. I've been dying to use them. I believe it was Tammy from the Rusted Willow who sent them to me, so thank you, Tammy. And then I got these beautiful flowers off of Amazon. These are blue morning glories, and they're so beautiful. I can't even tell you that they're so much more beautiful in person. So anyways, I will have them linked down below if you're interested. I took some of the transfers that I wanted and, cut out the pieces that I wanted. That's what I should have said. Anyway, and then I'm just going to put them right on the glass. They're super easy to do on glass. They pretty much stick without too much rubbing. So worked out perfect. And this is what it looks like when I have all of the transfers on. I think it came out so pretty. So now I am going to take these Morning Glories and I cut the stems because they're super long. And I am just going to place them right in the jar. And then I did try to glue, like take some hot glue and glue them down to the base, but that didn't work out too well. They were pretty top heavy. So, so I took that out and I just used some of the clear Elmer's glue and I just poured that right into the vase. And so, you know, it kind of gives the illusion of a little bit of water. I did this before on some little bowls from the Dollar Tree, but this was more of a bigger piece. Now, of course, the glue didn't dry in time because I was kind of last minute doing this video because of the loss of my friend. But here it is. It's so beautiful. As soon as I can get the jute that I used, I tied some jute around it and taped it to the sides of the vase so that it would stand straight in the center. And, you know, once I get that off, it's just going to be stunning. I'm so excited. I can't wait to be able to move this around and use it in my own home decor. But let me know what you guys think of this one. I wanted to let you know that I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. If you have any of these accounts, please come on over and say hi. I would love to hear from you. Now on to DIY number 3. I have this epoxy that I am going to be using and this bowl form. I tried using a different form and I used some alcohol ink and I made a mess of it. So I'm starting over here. So I'm taking 1 part epoxy and 1 part hardener, and then I'm just going to mix it all together. Now, once I have that all mixed up, I mixed it for about 5 minutes, I think. I'm going to take some of the mica powder that I got also off of Amazon. I will have any Amazon products that I used linked down below in case you are interested. So I chose the darkest blue that I could find, and I am just going to put 2 substantial scoopfuls of the mica powder right into this epoxy. And now that it's all mixed, you can see that it's a very dark blue, like a sapphire blue. So anyway, when I was planning this video out, I said, I'm going to put my sapphire ring on because I don't wear my jewelry very much because I'm usually home. But I was going to put it on just for this, but I forgot. So whatever. It is what it is. So anyway, I'm taking this mold from Amazon as well, and I'm going to just pour all of this epoxy, actually not all of it, but I pour a substantial amount of this blue epoxy right in, and I just you can see me kind of moving it around, just trying to make sure that it gets on all sides of this bowl. Now, once I thought I had enough of the blue, I made some more just clear, just the epoxy itself. And I'm going to pour that on the It's the top of the mold right now, but it's actually going to be the bottom of the bowl. And I also sprinkled, I got these little teeny tiny dried flowers. They're forget-me-nots, which is another flower for September along with the morning glory. So I am just going to add some of those little dried flowers into the bottom, and then I'm going to pour the rest of the mold with just the clear.
Tell me what you wanna do. I'll do anything. As long as I can be here with you, everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. I hope who I am.
And then I took my fire shooter, no, just kidding, a little butane tank, and I just got the bubbles out, put that aside. And then I had some leftover epoxy, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So I took a couple more of these little molds that I have. One's just like a triangle, you know, like a paperweight kind of thing. And the other is like a teeny tiny bowl. Like you could put a couple rings in it or something, not super big. So anyway, I just took my leftover epoxy, and that's what I used with it. Now I'm still learning about this epoxy stuff, so I use it all the time when I make tumblers, but I've never used molds like this. So they didn't turn out quite the way I wanted. The pyramid, I should say, didn't. As you can see, it's completely blue. This one, you can see some of the clear. It's that little teeny tiny bowl. It's adorable. It has little facets on the outside. And then this glass, it's not glass, it's resin bowl is stunning. It came out so beautiful. I love this. I'm going to try it again, but with some more colors, I think, and maybe some, you know, kind of flowers on the inside or something like that. But anyway, I absolutely love this. Let me know what you guys think. I want to thank Ellie and Shawnee and Annalee for joining me this month in this challenge. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. And I will see you next time.